Hi, today we're going to be making a paper bag princess. The first thing you need to do is get out your supply bag that says paper bag puppet. This bag contains supplies for either a princess or a fox. Today we're going to be doing the princess. Empty out your bag and put your supplies out. In addition, you will need a scissors, your glue stick, and some crayons. The first thing you'll need to do is get the paper bag, and the flap side is the side where we're going to be making the puppet. Be sure to be using the side with the open flap. Take out your string and glue some of, that's going to be her hair, and glue some of the string to the top part of the bag. Here's the flap. I put the glue up here, and I'm not going to put the yarn on top of each other, but I'm going to put the yarn next to each other. So the three pieces are right in a row. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. If there are more than 3 pieces of yarn, put as many pieces of yarn that you want. Okay. I've got my hair. The next thing we're going to do is make the crown. You should have a yellow sheet of paper, and with your crayon, you can draw a crown and then you'll cut it out. I think that would be the easiest way. The paper's wider than the actual bag. So I'm going to make a line across and points. I drew a line across and I just went like that. You don't have to draw it with your crayon first. You can just cut out the paper bag, and if the crown ends up a little smaller, that's okay. That's the fun thing about art, that whatever we do is good. It should just be fun. Here's my crown. I'm going to glue the crown onto the bag, but I'm not going to glue it down here. I'm going to glue just the bottom of the crown so that it sticks up and you can see it, because I want to save room to put her face on. So I'm going to take my glue stick. I'm going to put glue just at the very bottom and attach the crown. Now, for the puppet's face, you could do the whole thing with crayon. You do not have to use the supplies that are in the bag. If you choose to use the supplies, there should be a tiny bag, and in it are 2 matching either green or blue eyes. And you could take those out and glue them on to your puppet. My eyes are green, the ones in this bag. In my previous bag, they were blue. Okay, I'm going to put an eye here. And if the glue shows don't worry about it because it's going to dry clear. And I'll show you what I mean. See how my glue smeared a little? It's okay. The next thing we need to do is make a nose. Now, you should have an orange piece of paper. I'm going to cut a triangle out of the paper to make a nose for my little princess. And a person's nose is wider at the bottom and narrow at the top, so I'm going to put the triangle with the skinny part of the triangle up at the top. Next, you need to make lips. You should have a red or pink paper. Take your crayon and draw lips, or just draw lips with the crayon onto the paper. What you want to do, if you're drawing them, is draw a lip above the line and below. So when you move your puppet, it looks like it's talking. So I'm going to make okay, I'm going to cut my lips out. I cut my lips this shape. I had it round at the bottom and it came up. You can make the lips any shape you want. Maybe you want to make a big smile. But whatever you do, cut the shape in half if you do it with paper and glue half the lip to the top of the bag and half the lip right underneath on the back, what we'll call the bottom part of the bag. Okay, there is my princess's face. If you want, you could take your black crayon and make eyelashes, or with a pen or a pencil, make eyelashes. So that's my princess's face. Now, you should also have a piece of green and orange paper. Pick either one and make a dress for the princess. Whatever shape dress you want. If you want, I made it a V. You can make a line straight across. So I'm gonna make this one different. I'm gonna make this one, and the paper is wider than the bag. So you'll trim it. You'll cut it a little shorter. I'm gonna make it. Also, the paper is longer than the bag. So I'm going to leave it longer. On my first bag, I cut it where the bottom of the bag ended. I cut the dress right down here. But on this one, I'm going to have her dress come way far down. I think that would be fun. So, of course, I'm only going to glue it on the paper bag. So the dress is glued on. I think I'm going to cut it a little shorter, and I've decided I'm going to make the very bottom of her dress scalloped. So I'm gonna go in and out and in and out. There we go. All right. She needs eyelashes. You can take your crayon, a pen, and just make a few eyelashes if you want. And for the final thing on our princess, we need to glue the gems that you found in your small bag. So I'm going to be gluing those on. And when you're finished, you will have a paper bag princess puppet. Have fun.